It's recording! Yay! Right. This is a workshop for a new idea called Devil May Care as a live improvised comedy format, which would involve two comedians, one as God, the other as the devil. Or we might change the names in different ways. Well, you know, principally that's
when are the comedians coming in? Sorry.
Here.
Someone's got a job.
Oh, are you volunteering? No, I admittedly, I'm not a comedian, right? I wouldn't be doing this when the show happens. That's not the thing, right? I run a show called This Is Your Trial, where people can accuse each other of crimes, usually petty offences like having the last biscuit or something, and it's their friends will accuse them of something that's irritating them about the other person. And then comedians will be a prosecutor, a defense lawyer, and a judge. That's three. This will only have two. So there's an immediate cost-cutting benefit from doing this show in this way. And we do these, me and Rob, we put on these trial shows with two comedians for stag parties and hen parties. And they're going great. And it's a judge and a defense lawyer. There's no point having a prosecutor for the stag parties because the stags are all doing the prosecuting. It's just a wasted act and fee. Oh, it's saved fee.
To the end, Dave. Come on, what are we here for? Let's go. Come on.
I need Lillian, Amy, and Rob to play the role of devil at points, and I need the rest of you and them to come up with ideas of problems that your friend has, that you've gone through all other routes to try and solve as a friend, and you're desperate. So the best place to come to is advice from the devil.
Question, like, isn't it likely, like in that kind of environment, like a hen do or a stag do, like wouldn't they be creating problems in a similar way to how they create the accusations? They'd be like, her problem is, like, my friend's problem is that she can't be in the bathroom for less than like 45 minutes, and she's my housemate, and
maybe
so as in things that are like. That would be almost like saying accusations, but it's like problems that your friends have got that maybe they don't think they have.
Yes, there's a subtle difference between problem and accusation or crimes. So good workshop work in raising that immediately.
Welcome.
So I was going to say there's some suggestions or ideas that people might have, or problems that they think their friend has. So this is what I'd like you to do, is make suggestions, become the person raising a problem that their friend has. So it could be, oh, my mate, he just can't pull. He's terrible, making relationships or whatever.
I love how realistic this is as well. Like stag do's, that's like what's going to be. Can't get a bird.
Exactly. So I'm thinking of what are the we don't know whether this is going to bloody fly. All right. So
well, you can't get a bird. So
I would like you.
Sorry, Dave. I'm a little bit slow, so I apologise. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 of us, yeah. And what did you say? 3 people are doing what? Sorry, and
no, right.
The others doing? Could you just go back?
I'm going to kick you all out of the studio. This isn't a threat. I'm going to bring the devil in, and I'm going to bring in the first person who's got a problem to raise that their friend has. that problem could be hypothetical. That's what I want to test out. The rest of you
Sorry,
will
what's the
then
role of the
be
devil? Sorry.
the rest of you will then be the audience and decide, you know, we'll be deciding whether the devil's advice is good. So it's a test of the devils, of what they come up with as crazy advice for a problem.
Right.
So
The comedian,
hypothetically,
the devil is a comedian, yeah?
yes. So let's do a test run.
Should we get on his feet?
Who's the subject? Who's the victim?
I'm going to say.
Oh, and
So
what is the victim?
Rob
Okay,
is
I'll
devil.
go with it.
Rob is the devil.
And
And
you're the Rob. Okay, got it.
Michelle and John, are you both there?
No, just me. I'm on my own.
Right. Okay, John.
Where's the rabbit?
Tell me. Shut up.
He's
So-
having a poo.
John, let's shut up, Lillian. John,
Yeah.
tell me a problem that Michelle has that needs fixing with advice from the devil.
She needs a new job.
Right. So, assuming she's done all the normal applications and looking at Rob, you are now thinking about how to advise Michelle to get a new job, and you would have the room to ask John a few more questions, like what type of job does she already have, or did she have? What do you think, John? Do you see what I mean? And then we'll build up and think of a suggestion of what Michelle should do to get a new job. Does that make sense? So-
question.
And how it would work also, I'm the moderator, I'm God, so I would ask those questions as well. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to ask you a few questions, John, and I would ask Michelle some questions.
She's not here.
And
I've only got the rabbit.
Huh?
She's not here. I've only got the rabbit.
I know it's okay. It's okay, John. I understand. When Michelle, but I'm just sort of explaining
Okay,
the
yes.
process of how it might work.
Yes.
Can I just be clear on the actual, like, what's driving the format? So if can people self-nominate, or do they have to be nominated by someone else? Is it looking at
You
it from the
can-
point of view of the friend?
You can self-nominate as well.
Okay.
And
Whoa, Rob.
Ooh.
Can I?
Go.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe
Can I
you're
make
right.
a
Rob.
suggestion?
We don't know. We don't
like,
know yet.
Can I make a suggestion? As it feels like there's a game that people do play in improv. It's not the same, but it's like a warmer. It's very similar, and I feel like if we played that for a bit, just really casually to just warm up, and then like a concept, because it feels like we're working on the concept here, and it's like we can't just like from cold go in and be like, right, here's a problem, make some advice, we'll make it funny, but let's play like. There's
Do
a
you mean
game called
Good
Bad,
advice, bad
Ugly.
advice.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
called
yeah,
Good,
let's
Bad,
warm up,
Ugly.
definitely.
And you just
I need
warm up.
some.
So
I need some
one
practice
person
shots.
types a problem or says a problem
Okay.
like.
Okay, do it. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Do that. Do that.
So
Bit.
if I say a problem and then someone can give me good advice, but then bad advice, and then ugly advice is just like ridiculous. So Michael, we played this when we did the writing stuff. So for example, if I'm like, I don't know. I've got a problem. My friend keeps telling me to shut up all the time. What can I do?
Have you tried sewing your mouth shut?
I'm very good at
Well,
sewing.
is that
I
good
can,
advice, Rob? Because you started pretty fucking harsh there. I would argue that that's bad advice.
You have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Use them in that order. And 1 arsehole as well.
I laugh out of that, I've discovered.
Just eat more.
Great advice.
What does your friend have to say? Why does she think she's so important that you want to hear what she's got to say?
Like,
Just give her a pen. Just give her a pen and pad. Give her a pen and pad, and tell her to come up with ideas, and you'll look at them later.
Okay.
Just stick a banana in her mouth every time she says it.
That's shut her up. I'm writing that one down.
Life's about compromise.
Have a banana. Mate, shut up. Have a banana.
Why are you talking so much?
It's only little comments. I'm not even really like, I'm not really going for it. I've just, you know, just a little comment here and there. And she's like, shut up.
So what are these comments? Are they comments about her?
No, I'm just trying to be helpful. You know, it's unsolicited advice, but I mean, she needs it. She keeps telling me to shut up. She's clearly got problems.
Is your name Karen?
You just swore at me. I'm not talking about you, babes.
So the problem isn't that she keeps telling you to shut up. The problem is that you keep giving her advice she doesn't want.
No, she wants it deep down. She just doesn't
Maybe
want
she just needs a banana.
I'm going to carry bananas around with me.
She's got low potassium. Got some banana.
Maybe you're giving bad advice.
Maybe your name's Karen.
To this workshop. We're here to
maybe you're the devil.
So how
with the bad advice.
The devil, leave me the devil.
How does this game actually conclude?
Like
Like
that. Is it just three pieces? Is one in your game, Lillian? Is one person giving all three pieces?
Yeah, that was just free for all, and it was a lot of fun. But that's not how the game works.
Wait, so that was a
one
brilliant
person
demonstration.
Huh?
That was a brilliant demonstration of how whatever I'm trying to achieve can go wrong with being a free for all, and so that's where I was trying to create a structure.
Okay, but this is the structure that I wanted to say. So you were saying three devils, yeah? Me, Amy, and Rob. So if
No, not at the same
in
time.
the show, there'll only
I
be
know,
one.
but what I was just saying to warm up rather than just go.
Yeah. No, I accept. That was great.
Then just take out the good bit and just do bad and ugly. So they each trying to outdo each other, one after the other, rather than like trial where one has a go for it a bit and then the other one.
Got it.
So, no, so someone gives a problem.
Got it. Shush, please.
Oh, he said shush, not shut up. Thank you.
So
Try not to traumatize you.
Rob is going to be the devil. I'm going to be God. I am still God. And John and Michelle are presenting a problem. John has presented the problem that Michelle needs. She hasn't got a job, or she needs a job and needs advice from the devil. The rest of you can shut up for now. You're not the devil. You're not contributing. You're just watching. Give feedback afterwards. In fact, can you, if I remove you,
You don't need to get feedback.
can you still hear me? Can everyone still hear me?
How will you know?
Outside the room, I know. Just wave if I've kicked you out of the studio and you can hear me. I don't know how it works. No. Hang on. Could you hear me when I kicked you out?
Yeah, how come it was us two?
No, well, I'm going to remove everybody. Okay, good. You can hear me. That's the point. That's the main fucking point of it. Jesus. Hang on. I'm not angry. Here we go. Right. So everyone else is able to watch and hear. John.
Yes.
You've come forward with the problem for your friend, Michelle, that needs a job.
Well, she needs to change her job.
She needs to change her job. Right.
Yes.
So why is she so bad at the job she's got now?
She's not bad at it, but she's just bored with it. And she's not getting anywhere with her job.
Is it a boring job?
Sorry?
Is it a boring job?
It's political.
So she's looking for excitement.
Looking for what?
Excitement?
Yes. She likes the job she's doing, but it's just not sort of working out properly well.
If she's looking for excitement, is the problem not closer to home?
It's definitely,
Hey,
well, it
Devil.
might be, but it's definitely the job.
Oh, are you
Definitely.
sure though? Are you sure? I mean, this is what what Beelzebub is suggesting here, that you might be partly responsible for this frustration, and that's
Don't be the
that's
problem,
why-
be the solution.
Sorry.
Don't be the problem, be the solution.
Well, I try to be.
How are you? How do you try to be a solution, John? What's your?
Well, I try to do things for her and make her happy.
Oh, come on, Devil.
Okay, God.
No, yeah, no, I'm on your side, John. I'm on your
Okay.
side. I think you are trying your best.
Well, it's a start, John. It's a start. What's Michelle good at?
She's very good at art.
Art.
Yes, art.
There's a new job. That's a new job.
Graffiti.
There's not a lot of money in that.
Oh,
No, Banksy's pretty wedged.
Yeah, but I don't want to climbing up walls.
You're stopping her from climbing. There's no excitement allowed. No wall climbing.
No scaffolding involved or ladders.
what do you, John? What do you think she wants to do
She wants
instead?
to give up work, really.
Well, okay. Well, this. So
she lazy?
the problem is that she's working. This is your suggestion. The problem is Michelle should have another job, or she should give up from her own opinion, from what you said. She
Well,
said
no.
she doesn't want to work.
Ideally, she would give up work and not have to work and do artwork and
Is that ideally for you or for her?
No, for her. She really likes doing arts and crafts.
Could she paint you like one of her French ladies?
Pardon?
Could she paint you like one of her French ladies?
One of her French ladies.
It's John. Ignore the Devil. He's just
Okay.
he's quoting something from.
It's a very modern reference from a film 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. So, Devil.
Yes.
Right. What are your suggestions? What type of approach, what type of change can Michelle do, or even John help for her to do to pursue the career she wants, or the job that John thinks she shouldn't have? I mean, I'm a bit confused. John started saying that there isn't she needs a new job, but actually the truth is that John doesn't think she should be working.
Yes, it's a very Victorian
I think
attitude.
She should be working. She's earning money.
Oh God, here we go. Here's the truth, then, isn't it?
Why can't you just have her as a kept woman, John? Why can't you support her?
Retired.
Because you're retired. Oh, right, it's okay for you not to work.
Yeah,
right, we're getting to the nub of it,
let
are
her
we?
go to work. It's great.
You need Michelle to be working, I think, John.
No, I don't. No.
You're out the house.
I'm quite self-sufficient, really.
Right.
Supposed to be God.
I don't
Oh,
need.
sorry, I'm supposed to be God. I've got to remember what my. Yeah. Sorry.
You're not supposed to be making lascivious suggestions.
No, thank you, Kath. That's good. Good work.
Okay, so she wants some excitement. Let's think of some exciting jobs. Stunt person.
No, not really.
Okay, racing car driver.
I'd like to do that.
We're not talking about you, John.
Okay.
Right. There's some.
I don't think you want to do that. No.
Khalid's made a suggestion. Stripper, is that something to do with decorating?
Yeah, I think so.
Right, that doesn't sound very exciting job, does it?
Thanks, Khalid.
Decorating.
That's good. That's the interaction bit working.
That's the interaction bit working. I mean,
Don't know where that came up.
it sounds like you don't want to work. You want her to work. She doesn't like a job. She's very good at a job. She's not good at a job. There's no excitement. There's no excitement at home.
She's very good at her job. It's just the political side of it.
She's in politics.
Yeah.
No. The politics
Oh,
of where she
right.
works.
Office politics.
Right.
Satan, this we're going nowhere with this. We need an absolute conclusion. This is what Michelle needs to do, and everyone shut up, and we'll move on.
Okay. Are you aware of the comedy series Friends?
Yes.
Okay. Well, there was a character in there who was told what you need is the fear. You need to quit your job, and then you've got the fear, and that will force you on to get a new job. So she just needs to quit a job, and if she won't do it, John, you do it for her. You know, go into work and
for her.
well, set a workplace on fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Forge
letter.
Get rid of me, wouldn't it?
Forge the resignation letter, John. Oh, sorry, this isn't my role
No,
to.
it's not.
You're supposed to be God.
No,
Yeah,
I mean that's that you could get found out as that you forged it. I'm sure your handwriting's very cumbersome, and you can't do joined up or spell properly. So don't do that. Just set her office on fire, and then there's no job to go to, and she has to get a new job. They are problem solved.
Kill her boss. Sorry.
Do what?
Yeah, no, nothing. I'm getting confused with what my.
You're not God, are you?
Yeah. Right. Well, I think you've got the solution. We haven't got.
I set fire to her office.
Yeah. Set fire.
Yeah, that's the advice. That's the advice.
Fire. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Fire.
Okay. I'll tell her that. She'll be impressed.
Right.
She might divorce me, but she'll be impressed.
No, put some excitement into your marriage, John.
Okay.
Right. That's the end of that one. Well done. And now, Amy, you're going to be the devil next.
Okay.
Has anybody got? Well, thank you, Kath. I've got on my left shoulder. I've got the God's angel,
Devil.
Angel Kath, who has anybody got a problem to suggest that their friend has?
Does it have to be their friend, or can they just put forward their own one?
Okay, let's go with that then. Yeah.
Because everybody.
Has anyone got a problem? Yeah, you're right. Rob suggested that earlier. I dismissed that earlier. Sorry, Rob.
My dog keeps eating cat poo. The cat poo.
Your dog
keeps eating the cat poo, and the cat keeps drinking out of the tap.
Oh, bloody hell! Okay,
animals.
Right. Okay, you're in, and I'm gonna remove him.
You said cat poo, not cat
poo. Cat poo. Yeah.
Someone throws up every now and then.
There you go. Shut up, John. Sorry.
It's triggering me.
Sorry.
All right. So, what's the dog called?
Can I, before we start, Dave, if you click something specific that Techie Dave said, we can take that banner off the bottom of the screen. Apparently.
Oh, okay.
You have to just click on the banners tab on the right. You can remove the on-screen caption.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, thank you.
Hey.
Okay, so
I've got this dog.
Yeah,
and she keeps eating the cat poo out of the cat tray.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, maybe Amy. Let me ask a couple of questions first before you think about your.
Far be it from me to step on God's toes.
Yeah, everyone else does. It's all right.
Oh, poor God.
What's the name of the cat?
The cat. Well, I don't know which. There's 3 cats. I don't know which one's poo it's eating. I think it's the one that eats tuna.
You think the dog is that discriminating?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, because the dog is vegan.
Hang on.
You go in and there'll be poo from 3 cats in the tray.
I don't know if they
they're
that well trained.
Why is this a problem? Why is this a problem, Lillian?
Because
for you.
Sometimes the dog licks me, and I don't know if the dog has licked me having eaten the poo or not recently.
Yeah, but you do know that dogs are forever licking other dogs' bums.
Not this dog.
Eating.
He doesn't lick other dogs' bums.
Are you following this dog a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not really. But she's not the kind of dog that would lick other dogs' bums.
Well, there's no
Rona
type of
wouldn't let
dog
her.
that doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I see.
you might
Okay,
say there's
okay.
no type of dog that doesn't eat meat, but she doesn't.
So the problem is you're
What from poo?
not wanting a dog to make contact with you because it has been eating cat shit.
Potentially.
Right. Which do you like best, the dog or the cats?
Couldn't choose. The cats are dicks, but
If you have to make a choice, because I
dog.
mean, there's
No, not the dog. She makes eating anything really tough. But I need all 3 cats. I can't choose between them. That's a horrendous question.
okay, and but the problem is that the shit eating is happening, and you want that to stop.
So you can't solutionize this.
No, I
You've got
can't.
it
I'm just
together.
yeah, you're right.
I can just shut the door between her and the poo. I'm doing your job for you. Sorry, God.
Okay. Satan, what do you think about this?
I think you're fucking nuts. So you're worried, right? Okay.
Yes,
Are we on the dog's side here, but actually accusing him?
say that again.
Are we on the dog's side, but we're actually accusing him? Is that what you're saying? You prefer the dog? You can't decide between cats, but you prefer the dog. But
I
you don't
love
want
the
dog.
dog.
Yeah.
I love the cats, but they don't do things that I want them to do as much as the dog does.
Sinister. Okay. But what?
It's true.
You suggest
comment,
Satan?
but
Well,
not.
cats are dicks. Cats won't do anything you tell them to. The dog will do what you want him to do. And if you want him, so you don't want him licking you. So, oh, jeez.
She.
Don't hold back, Satan. I can't believe you're censoring yourself. That's not your.
Satan just took Jesus' name in vain.
Oh
That's fun.
my God. Okay.
Sorry.
So, well,
Just
so we
wailing
should
then.
really, this is ridiculous. The problem originally was the dog was eating the cat's poo.
Yes.
The problem really is the cat's poo on you.
I don't really want it. Yeah. I
No,
don't.
no.
Well, yeah, because I
So
don't care.
realistically-
I don't really care if she eats the poo or not.
You
I just
don't give a
came
shit
up with
about
a
the dog.
problem because somebody needed to come up with a problem. You know, I don't let her give me a face bath after she's been in the litter tray. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
I just
One
let
would
her
imagine that's it.
clothes.
Yeah, one would imagine that's a weekly treat. But okay, so I mean, I don't think the dog or the cat have the problem or have anything to do with the solution of the problem, to be fair.
Who's got the problem, Amy?
Well, just get the cats to poo direct onto you, then the dog is blameless. Very nice, Rob. Very nice.
Where is that? Where are these comments coming from? Because I don't see them.
Yeah, I concur completely. So yeah, so all I can really say is I defer to my my co-Satan, and yeah, go with the cat's pooing on you.
Oh, I see. I've got the messages now.
Oh, now, Christina. Even I.
That's so gross. That's like
Too far.
it's a whole other version of Two Girls, One Cup, isn't it? It's like one dog.
Indeed. Yeah.
3 cats.
To recap, Lillian, you're a plate. With input, with output, it's all very exciting. Get on with it.
Yeah.
So, Satan,
Yeah.
do you think you've come up with a defining piece of advice for Lillian to go away with? A one-liner that you stand by and you know it's worked. You know it's worked before. This is in your experience of seeing the world's evil and how the evil that man can do.
Yeah. Only inspired by me, obviously.
Yeah. So what if, where it's worked before, just
well. You're not the only one with an all-seeing eye, let's face it. And I've seen a fair few people have a fair few situations with cat poo. And I think we go with the solution that has come to us all. Get the cats to poo direct onto you.
Where?
Wherever you want.
Wherever I want. Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
This is the
To
beauty
your
of it.
advantage.
as well.
Your
The beauty of
your
free
advantage.
will.
This is so disgusting.
I know.
This is so wrong.
You did start with fucking poo appetizers. Where do you want me to go? Like, So
Go
Devil, I'm pleased that you've done that.
Go.
sorry, dude. I feel like I fucked up. God, I can't even be saying properly.
Oh no! Come on, no, Amy.
Stop it.
Stop
Stop
it.
it. Devil
No,
may
no.
care, babe. Devil may care. Come on,
It
this
is,
isn't like you.
And
Come on, Lucifer, buck up.
Lucifer. I need to get all the names of all.
there you go.
Devil.
I'm all
Any devil, Satan, Lucifer names that haven't been Beelzebub? Anyone else got ideas for that? Please put it in the comments. Need to pack up that. And does anyone have a feeling about?
Back in the room.
Oh yeah, hang on. Well, let everyone. Well done, Amy, Lillian. Devil and
Dave. That's very
yeah.
good. Dave, I just had an idea. I think God needs to be a bit kind of more serious, kind of like a bit more deadpan, kind of like, I don't know. And then like a contrast to the cheeky, naughty devil. I don't know, just a thought.
Oh, absolutely. I know. I'm not good at performing a role. I've got other.
I've got my angel. I've got my angel there.
What? What?
It's an angel.
I didn't know I had my angel top on today.
Great.
It's perfect timing.
Yeah.
Michelle.
I thought we were going to get I was expecting a boob reveal then.
My age, my
Oh,
knee.
do you want to be the devil? Do you want to be the devil? In fact, actually, who would like to be gods and horses? Because I wouldn't be. Rob, you do it.
No, I was just going to make a point. I think there's it was my idea to start with, wasn't it? So I think the germs of there's a good idea. Well, it was our idea, Dave. There's a germs of a good idea in there, but we need to work out where it finishes, because trial finishes with it finishes with the judge putting it to the jury.
Yeah.
So there's an end to each section.
I agree.
At the moment, this is just going on with and petering out. I know we've only done two, but and there was good jokes in there, but we need to work out where you've got to get to.
Yeah, Rob is now God. So you call. Hang on.
Who is the devil?
Yeah. So Rob, you carry it on from now. Be God. This isn't me being angry or spiteful or whatever. I understand. It's true. So call up whoever. I've got the fingers on the buttons to bring anyone into the room. So you.
Right. Well, Lillian wanted to be a devil, didn't she? So Lillian can be the devil.
Great.
And Khalid's had a lot to say on the private chat, so I think it's time for him to bring us a problem.
A problem.
Maybe a problem in his job. Maybe a problem in the NHS. Maybe why are you letting all these people die, Khalid?
Yeah, problem.
Hang on. Remember your gods.
No, my problem is they're still alive. I can't get rid of them. We've got too many patients who are just surviving, they're hanging on.
Right, and you're not sending them into my garden to be on my left side.
I'm trying. They're just hanging on.
I just
can't get rid of them. But I'm not. It's just we're too good with medicines these days. They're just and the Omicron's got weaker. The pillows got hold. The pillows are shit in the NHS. Have you seen the pillow? Have you seen these fucking pillows?
You wouldn't do it.
Fucking hell! Look at this fucking pillow. It couldn't kill a fucking fly.
You're right.
This is my pillow. So it's like, you know, it's like a fucking.
It's a
sieve.
good job this isn't
You know what I
being streamed, isn't it?
So,
Yeah.
that's all right. Right, I'm sure. I'm sure Jimmy Carr said worse.
I'm sure he has. He's not a medical doctor though. So, I mean, what does people not dying lead to? What problems
Look,
does that?
bed blocking. I mean, these beds are full. We can't get new people in. It's an honest problem, you know. And the nursing homes are full. No one's bloody taking the fucking patients. And you know, we've got to try and you know, free up some space. You know.
What about a little quiz when they come in and they got to get at least like 3 or 4 questions, maybe 7 questions?
Have you seen the population? Have you seen the area around here?
All right,
I mean,
a yes,
the
no
IQ is
question.
fucking. It's just like, you know,
Doesn't
they don't
have
even
to
know
be
they don't know names.
You
Just
think that would
about
make it go the other
being
way
like
then? That's too harsh an option.
I mean, it's veterinary medicine. I just like poke them and like see where it hurts and stuff, and you know, communication is like non-existent. So it's I mean, English is not even the first language most of the time. So
okay,
you know, we have to use Google Translate.
Poke 'em.
Anyway,
if they scream, just kill them. If they giggle, they still got a lust for life. Help them out, get them out of there. Free up.
It's not what I'm saying. I can't. I'm trying to kill them. It's not easy. You know. That's what I'm saying. So I need some ideas. But
I've created so many ways for people to die, Khalid. How have you not worked something out yet? Like
your Omicron is weak as piss. What are you doing there?
How dare you?
This fucking. You know what I mean? It's like
this is the most contagious one yet.
Dr. Khalid, are you aware of the work of Dr. Shipman?
One of my finest.
Yeah, I know what you're referring to here. Doctrine of double effect. Yes, but fucking Brexit can't get any fucking morphine for the life of me. So whose fault is that?
Blame the government.
Yes. Well, get me some morphine, then
Actually,
I could
Brexit
work.
was one of
I could work with, but you know. So
Okay,
did you have anything to do with that?
Not me, no. I mean,
Who?
Beelzebub. So we've been giving more advice on how to select the people for eviction.
It's more about method, isn't it?
Yes, that's what we need.
Method.
Yes. I think that's what Dr. Khalid's after.
I've got to be seen to be doing something good though, so it can't be like, you know, yeah.
Get a mate to set fire to the place. Get one of them to set fire to the place. Accidentally.
Yeah, we've had a few of that, but then it puts us at risk as well. So you know, and then it's just not.
All out of the building.
I know you're all for like max, everybody dying, but you know,
more the better, all at once. Really, I'd send a flood, but I haven't got the resources.
That's more my area.
Hogging all the water.
It's too cold for a flood today. It'd be hail instead.
And not many people have ever died from hail.
So we still have my problem. You know, we've got the beds are full, hospitals are full, but they're not dying. So need some ideas, guys.
Well, I mean, so you don't think the advice that the devil has given you is gonna work so far?
I'm not sure. It's not going to cut it really. I need something a bit more effective. But yeah, go on.
Can I interject? So I'm not the devil anymore. Just a thing.
Right,
you were saying about it building, because I feel like it was building up really well then. But then
I know I've lost it now.
No. But the thing is, in a show, you, Khalid, you wouldn't be expected to be making the show. So
exactly.
Like
I'm just an audience member.
Yeah, but then I think maybe there's a moment where we've each given a few bits, and then like God maybe would recap in the same way as in the trial. So it might go like, we've got the suggestion of, I can't remember them now, but then maybe when God would be remembering them somehow, it'd be like, you've got this, and then put it to the rest to vote on like what.
I think we started off well. We used props and stuff. That was quite good.
Can I just right?
I did have a moment of genius there.
No, and it's great. I think because I think what ultimately to conclude the thing would be three pieces of advice, instructions from the devil, and then it goes back to the audience to vote on one of them.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
And then that signs it off.
Mm.
And then
linking it with the current affairs is really good, really topical. Linking it to COVID and linking it to current affairs, I think it works quite well, doesn't it?
Well, that depends on the problem and whoever it is. It's not going to be you every time, Khalid.
So, like, if it was sort of like this, I don't know. So you'd like God would start with something, and then the devil would come in with like that. So, like a response, like a piece of advice. God doesn't necessarily give advice, or whatever, and it kind of builds up like 1, 2, 3, like it's just a stage, as in a response like that, and you get the people involved, but you have like one, like the devil goes twice maybe. So God introduces, the devil goes, God responds, the devil goes again, and then God recaps, and then it goes to the vote. And within those responses, you're talking to the person with the problem, you're talking to the people that have put them up there, you'll interact. Do you see what I
can
mean?
I can really imagine Jimmy Carr being God. I think he'd be great.
It's out of our price range at the moment.
It's that deadpan kind of like,
Yeah. I agree. These are great ideas, feedback to work out a structure, and we would need to try and contain it within 5 to 10 minutes. So the God role would be to steer the devil towards, I think, making 3 points, 3 ideas. So, but the devil will need some time and conversation. Oh, what? Yes, Rob?
Sorry, I'm waiting for you to finish your point,
okay.
And then
and
then I'll make mine.
So finding out a bit more information about the problem towards making those suggestions. The development of the suggestions, whether they might, because it's all going to be improvised. It is improvised. One might come up immediately as a thought. That's where God would step in. Oh, is that one of the 3? So, when that conversation starts, God is directing it to say, right, Satan, you are going to offer 3 suggestions. And the jury, the audience, is going to decide which one the person with the problem is going to go with. So that's the mechanics of directing. So the God is directing what Satan is here to do, and then might qualify.
Okay, sorry, Robbie, you want to say something?
Sure. So when we first started talking about this, my vision of it was a devil and an angel. So devil on your right shoulder, angel on your left shoulder, or whichever way round it is. The devil's giving bad or evil advice that is going to hurt people, and the angel is giving good advice, but both comedy based. And then it's just the same sort of format as trial then, and then the audience decides which advice they should take. But
okay,
that's a structure that we know works. That's what I'm saying.
But the problem I found, I think, with God advice is how to make that funny ever, and who is running it, who is all. So this is this was my twist to have God as moderator or a angel as moderator, and it's all about. And also, I really like the title "Devil May Care" and focus on devil advice and trying to.
The devil sells it far better than an angel. I totally agree. Devil is far more marketable than an angel, and I think you should still call it Devil May Care. But I think that the angel can have funny advice. Just make it like really woke and really.
I think I think that we should try an angel. I think there's definitely
okay. So next, the next. So for this last one that you've just done, were there 3 points of advice that Devil Lillian brought? You know, is there a way of articulating it to make a vote for everyone else?
On what we've just produced?
Yeah, what you've just talked about. So summarize, if you could, Rob. Summarize. Yeah. So the devil has just said, over to you guys.
So the devil's given us some selection processes. We can give them a quiz. We can poke them as hard as we can, see if they laugh or cry, or we can just set fire to the hospital. Which is it to be?
Set fire.
So make your votes in the
chat room. Shall we let everyone back in because they will be voting?
No, they're in the. They can vote in the chat.
Oh, can we let them back in?
We will.
So say quiz, poke, or fire.
Yeah, good. Yeah, 3. That's good. Oh, fire.
Oh, everyone wants fire.
Fire's going to be the assumption for whatever the.
Yes. Well, that's the devil, you see. Enticing us with their fire.
We've got 2 votes.
So, for example, in that one, if it was like a as you were saying, Rob, like back and forth, it could be a kind of counter. So, like when I said the thing about poking, and seeing if they have a joy for life or if they are on their way out or whatever, and then the God or the angel character would then come back with another version of that.
Yeah. Why not tickle them? Why not hug them? See if they. Why not stroke them? See how they react to that. Yeah.
Stroke them all to death. Kill them with loving kindness.
Has Dave got a question there?
No, I was trying to tickle Lillian.
Rob on my screen. Yeah, you're not your position below Rob on my screen. I don't know how. So,
stop it.
Has anyone else got a hypothetical problem of their own or of a friend or whatever to suggest? Oh God! Yeah, that's it. That's the end. That's the end. We'll call it quits.
But
all right. Okay.
Go on. You have one, Dave.
Yeah. So, my friend Kath.
Then our arms in the same way, isn't it? Howard and Hilda.
Sorry.
Hilda.
Are you talking to us all, Michelle? Yeah, I mean you are talking.
I just saw us in the pit in the camera. We look like Howard and Hilda, both sort of,
Okay, my friend Michelle. Now Michelle's around. My friend Michelle has a problem. I'm going to leave you out. My friend Michelle is just
2 heads.
Too nice, and her problem because of that is because she ends up being too busy and not able to attend to John enough.
Oh my God, Dave.
So, I mean, when I say attend, that's up to the devil to decide what that means.
Are you about to try and cause a divorce here or what?
I'm not. Well, I mean, shall I be the devil?
Attending to herself.
Shall I be the devil in this? And then,
yes.
And Amy, do you want to be God?
Can you go full screen?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right. Let's see. Oh, good. Okay, Amy.
Right. Hang on. I'm God and you're the devil.
Yeah.
So I'm okay. So Zayfod and Beeblebrox. I've completely forgotten both your names. How rude! I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
That's
So that's
Yes.
Beeblebrox. I answer to everything at work because most people can't remember my name, so don't worry about it.
Okay. So just outline your problem for me. And
well, I mean, I've sort of messed this up a bit because I've suggested the problem. But just to
sorry.
Just didn't know one to start with.
No, but we're going to have a row later now.
Just assume, right? John has raised the problem in that Michelle is too nice, ends up working too hard, accepting any opportunity to be nice and helpful. And as a result, this is why it's John's problem, is that she's not as available to attend to.
Yeah. No, I remember that bit. Yeah. So, John.
Yes.
What do you feel is when did this first kind of realization occur to you? What was it specifically that you found wasn't being tended to?
I should leave the room while this is going on.
I didn't even know there was this problem.
Well, I would suggest, God, is find, because the rest of us don't know how nice and kind and giving of her time that Michelle is. So let's find out a bit about that.
Indeed. Yes. So, John, would you mind telling us when you say she's nice, how nice is she? Why is nice?
She's very nice.
How
incredibly nice.
I see.
That sounds like an insult.
She's kind to me, kind to her dad, and kind to the animals.
That does sound
kind to other people.
All the animals.
Huh?
All the animals, 2 rabbits and a cat.
And
me. She's very kind.
Sure.
She's a very kind lady.
Embarrassed.
This is awful.
I'm just going to go and throw up now.
I'll tell you, Dave, you're in for it. Clip round your ear hole when I finally get to see you.
Don't get too embarrassed, Michelle. He's going to pull the rug out from under you in a minute. So she's too nice, and this is a problem for you. So is she spending time on things, or what?
She spends time on everyone,
right,
including me.
Well,
including the devil.
She was just upstairs with her friend who's having a breakdown, and sort of.
That's why I disappeared. I had a friend having a meltdown upstairs, and an hour ago I had another friend having a meltdown on the phone. Yeah, and I can't say no. I admit it. I can't say no.
Can I have your number?
By all means, this is the thing. I never say no.
She never says no. She's very nice. She's very nice.
I hate nice.
So alright, an oral word.
It sounds like an insult.
She's anyway. So I don't feel left out at all because she's nice to me as well.
Oh my God!
I'm a little bit. God.
Shut up.
I'm a bit confused. I think.
So the problem, which I mean, for the purposes of this, we know John didn't raise this as a problem.
Yeah, the problem is we haven't got problems.
You just raised the problem.
I know.
There was a problem. There wasn't one.
I know. This is what's insane about it.
Should have been. Is he the devil?
Yeah.
Ordinarily. Yeah, Dave's
the problem, right?
Yeah, right, okay. Shut up, Lillian.
Okay.
Ordinarily, the problem would be raised, and it would be somebody suggesting it's a true problem.
Yeah. I think, for the purposes of this exercise, we need problems.
Run with it.
Well, I've got one. He's here.
Oh, okay. Let's switch it. Let's just switch
Accuser number 2 enters the
it.
game.
So what's your problem? What's the problem you think John has? It's not about your problem with John. It's their problem.
Oh, our problem's my dad, definitely.
Yes, that is
We're,
our definite
we're
joint
agreement on
problem.
that.
Okay, well, just
Okay.
pull the plug. Pull the plug. Put him in the bath. Drop a toaster in there.
Top of
Whatever.
what?
Toaster in
Oh, a
there.
toaster. Yeah.
Okay.
So
What you're saying is they can kill the dad.
yeah, God, yeah.
Okay, just
And the devil. That's what.
as you were.
That's the point. This is the point of it. Is it's the most horrendous, shocking.
But it would be for him.
Can't be
I'm just trying to get to the 3 pieces of advice.
Yeah. Okay. So the problem, if I mean, Michelle is. I know Michelle. She's far too kind. She's far too busy. She needs some time for herself, to dedicate to herself.
To blow her dad up.
Michelle needs to go for a long spa weekend. She needs to make herself. I'm not as the devil. I'm saying this. It's not me saying this. Remember this, Michelle.
You're going to tell me I'm ugly and I need tarting up.
Exactly. That's where I was going to go. You need
Yeah,
to
I
look
got
after
it.
yourself.
I can read your mind, you see. You're really telepathic about these things.
Yeah, you're rough as old boots. Get yourself to a spa. Drop your dad. Drop everybody. Drop John. Stop being kind. Look after yourself.
He'll have the sulks if I do that. He's another one who strops and has sulks.
Don't give it, Michelle. We don't give a shit. It's about
No,
you.
I know that. You're causing all this relationship trouble because you don't give a shit.
I'm not causing any trouble because your relationship is falling. There's no way I could get in the way of your loveliness to each other. That's
what a missing girl. When he said put some war paint on, I thought he said swing your handbag up the West End. That'd be income generation.
Do that as well. Do that. Yes, come out with me. I tell you what, Michelle. Come out with me, the devil. We'll paint the town red, devil red. We'll get up to some stuff. Fuck John. Fuck your dad. Don't worry about it.
You.
You deserved it.
Okay, so kill dad.
So okay, the three things. The 3 things. Well done, God. Well done. It's like, first of all, kill dad in the bath with a toaster.
Classic Satan. Yeah.
Spa weekend to polish yourself up, get a massage and all of that, self-indulgence for a weekend.
Yeah, I'm not buying that, Satan. That's angelic advice, man.
What?
Isn't that angelic advice?
No. It's
and more like me.
I think he's talking about me polishing myself up so I can go out on the street after.
Sorry,
I'm going down to solicitors on Monday.
My advice for Michelle to go and indulge herself is at the expense of all of the people she's uber kind to.
Yeah.
So it is
fuck the rest of them, basically.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. And then the third one is to go out with me and we'll go wild. So those are the 3 things.
Okay. Right. Well, let's put that to a vote, I think. Audience members, if you would. We're going with toaster, spa, or piss up, I guess. Yeah? Yeah? The voting has opened. We've got 2 for piss.
Can't drink.
Yeah.
I think we're going out. We're going out, Michelle. Me and you next weekend. It's my birthday next weekend. Brilliant. Me and you out.
Is it?
Yeah.
My birthday's fairly soon as well.
Yeah.
It's done. That's decided. Let's move on. Next case. Next thing.
I think so.
Oh God! Ads. Is everyone in?
You're after feedback now.
Yeah, thanks. Word on my shoulder. Any feedback?
Everyone's stunned.
Yeah. It's like him in the divorce case.
Yes. I said I'm down to solicitors on Monday.
I'll recommend you a couple.
Yeah.
Right, this one. Lillian, you be God. Does anybody? Well, Rob be devil. Okay.
I don't think we just need to keep running the same thing to work out if this works. We need to do different structures to work out if it works. I mean, we had the three options then.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But I mean, so are we saying 3 options: 1 good, 1 bad, 1 ugly?
No, that
No,
wasn't
you said
what
I
I
was
was
ugly.
doing. That was. What do you suggest? Just.
Well, I mean, my suggestion is to make it as close to trial as possible because that works. So the God stroke devil giving.
What's the decision making process? Because trial has a judge.
Yeah. So the in terms of the jury, just give 2 pieces of advice. You know, the bad, devilish advice and the woke angel advice on how to fix the problem, and then put it to the audience. Which do you think they should do?
Oh, okay. So devil and angel, who's going to be? So you and Lillian, who wants to be angel? Who wants to be devil?
I don't mind being. I'll try doing the angel.
You've not been
Yeah.
that sort of role yet, have you? So why don't you be? Yeah, you be the angel and I'll be the devil.
And we'll have, hopefully, can anyone?
And so we just have to try and keep it as close to the structure of trial as possible, as in, like, rather than having a conversation with the person who's got the problem. Maybe we shouldn't even have the person with the problem there necessarily. Or I don't know, like, if not talking to them. I don't know.
So when we do it in the stag do's, we have the judge talking to the defendant first of all, just getting a bit of background, and taking a piss as well. We're getting a bit of background, so if we just take it in turns on each problem-y. So the devil will do it one time, and then the angel will do it next time, and just get the background of the problem, speak to the friend in the audience as well, and then say, right, well, what do you think, devil, or what do you think, angel? And then they give their advice, and then they give their advice, and then.
Have you got a problem about me?
No. What from you interrupting?
Right. So okay, try this then. So the problem is, Kath has a problem with me interrupting. Anyone. I'm an interrupter. So now whether.
So then we should have Kath on, and we'll talk. Yeah, I think
exactly. We're both here. We're both here.
Is if someone has, well, not work better, but it's also a possibility is having the person who's accused or says the other person's got a problem, that they're the one they talk to.
You've got the option. You've got the option. However you want to.
So careful, because we're not. If it's real issues, you could end up really upsetting people.
Oh, honestly, we cannot anticipate the real issues.
No, but that's why you've got to risk assess and find out ways to kind of avoid the real.
No, you can't. You can't, because it wouldn't be brought up. What in a comedy room, you cannot anticipate what everyone's problems are. If you start being tentative and around that, of course you can try and avoid, don't start laughing at aborted babies ever. ever, but you can't anticipate. Otherwise, there's no comedy.
When you're doing it in the stag do's, you're doing trial in the stag do's. Do you have the same format that you normally have, where people have to hand in?
Yeah. They volunteer it.
So we can choose.
Filter them so you can avoid anything too sensitive. Then
absolutely,
and it's going to mostly be, isn't it? Oh, they can't. I don't know.
Oh God, no. The stag do's, the accusations in the stag do's are usually about touching kids.
But don't you want to? But don't you want to try and make this female friendly? Because the is really stag heavy, and this is like trying to get something that's going to be a bit more appealing to. Like,
we can only deal with what's given to us, and this is part of the testing.
Yeah, of course. But this is what I'm saying. It's like, let's test it on a more open level, as in on the kind of things that we can, like. Okay.
How?
By putting in a female problem that's not a stag do problem.
Yeah. Well, we're not. We're doing it. I mean, this comes. I need people to bring up the problems.
Now, one. Let's have a.
What?
Oh, it was only my friend Dave can't stop himself from interrupting. Have you got any suggestions, please?
Okay, so Kath, I can't see you, but I just wanted to ask you a few more questions. So, is Dave in the room here tonight?
Yes.
Okay, Dave. Where's Dave? Dave. So. Let's
give us a chance, Dave. Come on.
I'm not going to interrupt.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, we've just seen evidence, right? Okay, but maybe that was a one-off. Let's find out a bit more. Like, in what way does?
Who are you? Sorry, who are you? Who are you?
Good evidence. Okay, Dave, you're ruining it now. Shut the fuck up.
Who are you, though?
Lillian's the angel. Lillian's the
angel.
Okay. I'm finding out the info.
So but no, seriously. I mean, you say who you are. When you start, that would be.
Okay, I would be in a costume, but okay, I am.
But just so that the audience knows.
I am God, Dave. Shut up.
Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't really mean that, because I'm God and I'm lovely, and it's lovely to meet you, Kath. So I don't think you really do have a friend that interrupts us. But I mean, I'm sure that they're just adding their little bit to the conversation. Tell us, in what way does your friend Dave interrupt? Is it with kindness?
It's with
that's judgmental.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I'm going to say it's overexcited.
Give her a chance, Dave.
Overexcited.
He gets overexcited. He's like a child. What about giving him a toy to play with? Could you give him a toy to play with?
Well, a cigarette. He's just gone for a cigarette.
Oh, we don't want to encourage children to smoke, Kath, do we?
Not really, no.
No. Okay, so there's a possibility of toy. You could maybe take a toy around when you're going to see your friend Dave. Give him a toy to play with when you're telling a story.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. So that's my advice. I just hand it over to the devil. I'm sure he's got something to say.
I think he has, yeah.
I mean, what did you say your name was again? Catherine.
Yeah.
What are you talking about when he interrupts you?
Oh, anything and everything.
So you've got an opinion on everything then?
Oh, obviously. Hasn't everyone? They're like arseholes, aren't they?
Exactly. Kath's just made a defense for me. Is that everyone's got an opinion?
Everyone's got an opinion like an arsehole, she said.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to make sure you're making interesting and stimulating comments, Kath, or people are going to interrupt you.
That's a good point.
Just give me a chance here, Catherine. I hadn't finished. I mean, is it such a big problem that he's interrupting you all the time?
Well, it's not just me, is it?
Just give me a chance, Catherine.
Well, hold on. Wait, this is turning into trial. Like, you're not defending the person. You've got to give her terrible advice about what to do. Like, pop him on the head.
Yes, you're right.
Stop. Put some tape over his mouth.
So I think the problem, Catherine, is that you're frozen anyway. But I think the problem, Catherine, is that it's his mouth, isn't it? His mouth is too big, too flappy, too noisy, and we need to get rid of his mouth. So it's either chop it off or sew it up.
Okay, so that is horrendous advice from the devil there.
Well, we're just trying to solve the problem. It doesn't need to be the nicest way to solve the problem.
Okay.
Trying to shut the man up.
Okay, so I would suggest, Kath, on maybe a lighter note, that you could give him a boiled sweet to suck on, rather than completely removing his orifice.
If there's no boiled sweet, is there anything else he could suck on?
He could suck his thumb. Or you could challenge him to try and put his own penis in his mouth in a corner while you tell your story or give your opinion or have a conversation with another person.
So let's go to the vote now.
Yes, let's put it to the vote. Okay, so in the chat, we're either saying mouth removal or suck a sweet.
Hold on, yeah. So that would I do that as God? Would I recap it? Or I mean, either one could do it, I suppose.
Either one.
Yeah.
Oh, Khalid's gone for suck his own penis.
Of course he has. Of course Khalid has. That's what Khalid does.
They've not just got lips. That's removal of the mouth.
That's removal of the mouth.
Removal of the mouth. Christina's like, banana! Give him a banana!
Every time a banana.
More classic, that one, Christina. Rib removal. Dr. Khalid can remove a rib.
We're all helping each other.
Yes. I like this. Yes. I like this. This could also be part of the thing. Get the audience involved. Like that would happen, wouldn't it? Naturally, because they all know each other and they're all friends. So okay, so then God puts it to them. So we're going to have a vote, and the votes have. Well, I suppose the votes happened. He's got to sit in a corner and try and suck his own penis. So maybe try that next time.
Not
there's a camera on it, or come out of the live stream maybe.
but what? Okay, for me that what was interesting, the question of who puts it out. Who puts it to the audience?
Puts it to the vote.
To the vote, because this is my problem with devil versus angel, good versus bad advice.
Who's in charge?
Is the admin. That was why.
Yeah, but then it's like I suppose whoever if you're working together, there's this thing of maybe you have. So if it's the idea is a 1, 2, 3, 4, whoever starts, and then the last person then sums it up and puts it to the vote. It's similar to trial, but it's not quite the same. So it doesn't have the same structure. But if there's a number, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, vote.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe. But the thing is, if the angel's starting, then it would be like Rob did it. You did it then because you were sort of let's get on with it. But then maybe the structure would be that the angel or God or the angel would always do it, and you just stick more to that structure.
I'd say just take it in turns.
Start each time. So one time the angel would interview the person and then do the first bit, or would the angel always do the first little bit?
I'd say take it in turns because that adds a bit of variety, and it means they're both on the same level as well, so you don't have to side with one of them.
Do you have
yeah, I like that. I think that works better.
Do you have to have an angel and a devil? Can you just have two devils so you can both come up with really ludicrous, foul advice?
We thought about that because I said that originally ages ago. I was like, it's so binary, like good, bad, and the funny thing is to go from bad to worse. But actually, I think you can make good advice. I like Rob's idea about the sort of woke stuff, as in sort of slightly nicer versions of it. So just then we did good advice, as in nothing. I mean, obviously, I ended up going more towards the devil sitting in.
I was going to say because that's what made me think. Well, if you were both
that was just me
coming up with worse and worse advice, or more and more.
I just
advice.
lost my wings for a second.
Well, the good advice can be, so ineffectual. It would be the comedy in the good advice, I think.
Well, this is a key thing for both or either role is the ridiculousness,
absurdity,
of it. There was within that one, Rob veered into defending me rather than giving advice. But that's fine because that's what we're working out. But that's essentially, it has to be absurd advice given by everyone to the problem, not anything that the friend or the person has heard before with a problem,
or is going to do.
He's going to do,
yeah.
And the comedy will come from that the challenge of the comedians, the performers, to go to such lengths, and maybe opposing opposites of that advice, the lengths, the good.
It cut almost like a no, and then it grows from it, because it feels like it grows with the trial. It's easier, I think, to come up with like certain defenses or like a certain prosecution. Sorry, like as in you come up with 4 arguments as they're being interviewed. It's easier, but I feel like with this, it's the kind of thing that builds one on the other. It's more of a conversation than a here's my argument, here's my defense, make a decision. It's a boom, 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 boom. I think we warm up with it.
Yeah, I think, but it's quite it's a bigger ask for the performers. I think with the benefit of trial, and this, I know what you're saying, Rob, about go with a trial structure. It has to be different. Otherwise, just do trial. What's the point? Otherwise, there has to be some different dynamic of opposing views. So my take on it would be, it's only about the most absurd, dark, ridiculous views of the devil. Of course, the administrator, God, does put in views, but not explicitly as points of advice. That's my feel, and it's all about putting it to the audience to decide. For me, I still stand by. It's just the devil's advice. I think it's really hard to do that woke advice.
It's harder. It's certainly harder than doing horrible, evil advice to do the angel advice.
Yeah, and that's why if you when we do the stag do's, we don't. What we do with the stag do's is just have a judge and a defense, because the group accusing each other, the stags, they are horrendous. The accusations that they make against each other. There's absolutely no need for the role of prosecutor, because you can't go funnier or more extreme. So the skill then is for the comedian as the defense lawyer to defend the indefensible.
I still think that it can work having this. I think the weight in terms of the advice should be on the devil.
Is it a TV thing? Is it for TV, or what's the format?
Oh, no, so Khaled, so we are currently doing shows for stag do's and hen do's in person.
Yeah,
as a live event with 2 comedians, judge and defense lawyer, and Also, this is the trial shows have a judge, prosecuting, defense, but that is when audiences are big enough. The format of making it a two-person performing show for a matter of economics is essential, and it works. It works for the Stags and Hens. That's working. So, but we are trying to have another iteration of it, so it's interactive, participating with the audience, and improvise. It's always improvised, and making it personal to the group who've booked it. They feel that they are heard, involved, and responded to. Essentially that. I mean, it is kind of reinventing the same wheel that is already working, but having another option. And the idea that Rob and I had talking about it, God, devil, it's sexier than law, maybe, and imagining having a couple of costumes, a devil and an angel, God, to turn up, and it would be very marketable and look, oh, that's interesting what the devil will say. And also the trend of comedy to be really quite roasty and insulting. Going with that. Yeah. And perhaps,
I thought you wanted some. Weren't you like? I think that's what it needs. It needs the positive, the God side, because it's like that can be really funny. The whole defense of this this thing of like roasting people. I thought you wanted something, because obviously courtroom roasts, they work. Stags love them. They're booking them. I thought you wanted something that was like more, would reach different audiences. Like,
honestly, don't know. Hoping for a versatility that it could expand, for different. I don't know. We know the market or the audience that we are already getting, and if we can put a thing to them as an alternative, even though it's pretty similar.
We also thought it'd be marketable at Halloween.
Yeah, for like 10 days in October. Yeah. No,
I do think the angel thing can work quite well.
Sorry, what was that?
Sound's just gone really weird.
Khalid, what was that, Khalid?
Sorry, I think the angel can work quite well. I don't know if we want to give it another try, but I think the devil angel thing can have a good contrast, with the whole woke idea that we
said. Yes, it can. I think if it's clear of the role and how to approach it, and so there's a very clear thing with a trial of prosecutor and defense. It's adversarial. That's familiar. That's known, and it's moderated. This is the key thing: moderated by a judge with, the aim is to make it a two-person thing. So my belief is that God moderates and can challenge what the devil might suggest, and come up with the woke bits and for laughs.
Do you need a premise in order to make that? Because effectively, God and the devil equal footing. Do you need some sort of reason to say, okay, God's bringing the devil up to see us because, like, the devil may care how? So where did that kind of root come from? Do you know what I mean?
That's a good point, Amy. Because like in another format that I want to do of it is Naughty List.
Which I was trying to say that with the
go on you. Yeah. So that like there's in Naughty List is obviously the Christmas version, and it's an elf who is defending people from going onto the naughty list. Father Christmas wants to expand his naughty list, so he's got less work to do, got less presents to give out. So he's asking people to put people on the naughty list, and the elf is defending people from going on the naughty list. So it's just trial, but with an elf.
And that makes complete sense with like, obviously the naughty list is expanding, everything's going to shit, the world is going to shit. How do we translate that to God and the devil? How does how's their backstory in terms of making God the guy who's saying, you know what, I've deferred to the devil on this one because you guys have been pissing me off for the last fucking at least since 2016. So you know what, I'm taking a chill. He's going to be doing all the judging. I'm just here to listen to your shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a very downbeat God.
You could sort of flip it so that the angel's like really puritanical. And then like the person's like, I really need some help. And they say like some kind of phrase and call up Mephistopheles. And he just starts defending them. It's not that bad. But his stick is that he really doesn't want any more people down in hell, and he'd rather they kind of get sent up the line. He's like basically trying to keep them from like filling up his space. And like the angels basically like trying to do the opposite, just like making things like sound really awful that are just like really kind of stupid little things that people do. And then they're just basically having an argument, trying to like bat the person back and forth.
Great. That's
love
good.
It. Yeah.
It's the twist of actually the devil doesn't want to deal with this shit. You know, only wants to deal with like heavyweight.
Yeah, the angel's the one who's doing all the criticizing instead of being woke. Yeah.
Did the original idea come from that kind of thing in the cartoons of having the angel and devil on each shoulder, like whispering?
No, Dave, it didn't come from anywhere, Dave. We came up with it by ourselves.
No, because that's what you would play on if you have a poster for it. You would have a comedian whispering in the ear of a punter,
absolutely.
But
absolutely.
I'm thinking on that line. Then it definitely should be angel, not God, because that was never God doing that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That exactly. That's the. I mean, but that is based on the equality of God, Satan, angel, devil. The devil would like fuck off. You know, I'm not. There's loads of angels. There's only one of me.
I was just googling.
You could have like a
devils actually. That's
a more minor demon, and then he just calls his manager. If it gets too out of hand, he calls the devil in because that's his line manager.
Yeah. That's fun. Yeah.
Lucifer and Beelzebub are two different devils. If you look up the.
Yeah, you get the junior one in first, and then if it gets too out of hand, he'll call in his line manager, and maybe like the angel will try to do the same thing, but God's too busy, so he just gets stuck on his own.
I like it, and I think that that having a backstory or a story to set up the premise, and the admin of processing the problems or whatever is fun, and I've just seen Problem Can't Be Too Mundane by Khalid, but there are going to be problems that are no one wants to deal with this shit. It's like, oh, you have them, angel, devil, whatever, agent.
First world problems.
Huh? First world
problems.
Yeah, exactly. This isn't a problem. I'm not dealing with this. Can we move on to the next one? Type thing. And I think that kind of attitude of the players they might call up. They might have a phone. Always have a phone.
Have a list and like chuck away the shitty problem, and then like next type thing.
Yeah, and that works really well with trial. We've done that with trial when there's a case that's becomes obviously tedious, or the person who's bringing it, oh God, we don't want, the judge confidently enough will just go, oh, case dismissed, just throw it out, because this is going to be boring. I mean, they might say it or not say it, but yeah, I love that sort of depth of a backstory of the context of Angel. What is a sub devil?
Demon.
Just your standard demon.
It's a demon, right?
Just a beast.
Lieutenant demon.
Whatever.
Beast. Werewolf.
Well, that's what you have on sick note, isn't it? You have like a junior doctor.
Yeah.
And then you consult
Minion.
But then are you going back to having 3 people?
No. It's important. It's two. It's got to be 2. I mean, it might, if it's amazing, we'll make it a 3-person show. But this is
For this purposes.
Where the problem that it's not even a problem. The problem that me and Rob have invented is a shortage.
Budget.
There's options for the same market that we've got. Oh, would you like courtroom roast? Or would you like devil may care? It's the same fucking thing. Don't tell them. But in one, they're dressed up in wigs and gowns. The other one, they've got horns and wings.
And one less performer.
No, in each of them, they've got 2.
Oh, okay. I thought.
Yeah, Dave, we only do 2 in the stag trials.
Okay.
Yeah, we found that cost efficiency. Yeah.
Right. I've got to go shortly. I've got to go and pick my son up from work. But I think this has been very useful. Thank you all for joining in.
Is Lillian okay?
Lillian's probably high.
She's being shat on by a cat.
Oh, yes.
My housemates come home with their boyfriend and they're entertaining me. I'm sorry. I'm not just on drugs laughing on my own.
Talking to someone that's not there.
I'm not.
We want evidence.
I muted it just as you were saying that.
It's been really good. We've come up with some good talking points and ideas as to what we can do with it.
Once you've gone, Rob, it's going to really kick off. Joking.
No, it's been really useful. So see you all soon. Cheerio. Thanks a lot.
Bye, Rob.
Bye.
Bye.
Phew! Thank fuck he's gone. I don't mean at all.
We know that you mean it, Dave. Now it's on video.
Yeah, if you look it up, there are 7 different devils, like that Beelzebub and Lucifer and Mephistopheles. They're all the different names of the different devils.
Of the one devil.
No, there are 7 apparently.
Oh God! Oh right, I see. But they're all separate,
and they relate to the 7 sins. So, like, one of them is for sloth, one of them is for gluttony, and all that.
Really? There were signs.
Yeah.
Different...
I was just looking it up. Hold on.
Each language and culture will have their own devil as well.
Yeah.
This type of research and knowledge is going to inform and improve the quality of whatever the proposition is. So good work, Dave. 7 devils. But do they have servants? Are the devil servants?
Yeah, they're called minions.
What? Shut up.
Not like the cartoon things. But
really?
Minions. Yeah, like the original term for like servants of the devil is minions.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's fun. I mean, that's funny in itself.
All the kind of werewolf card games I play have the minion character who's like the servant of the werewolves.
Right. So if a comedian turns up and they're introduced, oh, this is the devil. No, actually, I'm not a devil. I'm not I'm a minion. and they've come with horns. They've come dressed in, they're really dressed up.
I love how Christina's giving us a tour of her living quarters.
Accidental tour, and just like a delivery driver who didn't understand how to open a door when buzzed in.
I love how you call them living quarters.
Huh? Living quarters.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose
who knows what they are, could be a flat, could be a house.
She's a servant and she just gets, while she's off.
I mean, Khalid's in a room in a hospital with a terrible pillow. They're his living quarters. Christina's a bit more high class.
Khalid, have you spent any lives tonight?
That's my bed for the night.
So Khalid's got a swivel chair. Christina, you're not.
My bed for the night. I'm doing a night shift. No. I've prescribed some drugs. That's about it. I haven't killed anyone yet, unfortunately.
What drugs did you prescribe?
Some amiodarone and some oral morphine. That's about it. That's all I've done so far. I've just popped them off.
Okay. And so, is it true you can get access to heroin? I know. I never heard that is true.
We'll talk about that later. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, you don't. Gluttony, fallen, Belphegor, Mammon, Asmodeus, Leviathan, Asmodeus.
No, Leviathan.
Leviathan. I thought Leviathan was just like meaning a huge thing. I thought that's what Leviathan meant as a word.
Well, it does say dragon, but
yeah, I thought it was like a worm or a
dragon. Nice, good.
I'm gonna have to go because no one needs to see me stuffing my face. But it was nice to meet you all. Bye.
We don't need to say that we needed to see you stuff your face. That would be a bit weird. So, filling in time now. I mean, unless there's a want and a desire to test out another problem.
I am going to go. Thank you very much for having me. It was nice
meeting you.
Nice you. Yeah, and nice to see you, Kath, again. And obviously Amy and Techie Dave. Huh?
Did you enjoy Tim Key?
Yes, I did enjoy Tim Key. Thank you so much. It was amazing and very inspiring. Thank you.
A couple of nights later.
Did you?
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. Thank you. Right, bye, everyone. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Right. So it's going to be. Is it a matter of last man standing? What have you got to say, Dave? What have you been up to?
Nothing much. First week of the year.
Go.
He's been playing Wolverine game cards. You're not here.
Yeah, I know. Is it good?
Not a lot, but yeah. I don't know. I'm just having a bit.
Do you, so Dave, Amy.
I've met Amy. Yeah.
You've met Amy. I was gonna ask whether you'd met. So yeah.
Yeah, in your garden a couple of times.
Oh, of course. Yes, of course. And so Amy's a comedian and supports Trevor Locke with his shows. You probably know this. Might not be news. She's Irish as well.
I just realised I've been on fucking mute this whole time.
Yeah. Well, I thought I'd put you. I thought I'd deliberately put you on mute, though, Amy. It was best for.
Oh, I see. See you later. Bye.
No.
Yeah.
I'm trying to start. So Khalid, I know Khalid through through an ADHD group that we are both part of, because we are both frauds, and we have infiltrated this group, and we're trying to gather information about other people with the affliction, and we're going to expose them in a Daily Telegraph article at some point. And Khaled is, coming with his so-called he's also a fraudulent surgeon. I mean,
I'm not really. Yeah. It's all fake.
I was on the phone with Beck Hill earlier, and she's diagnosed ADHD now.
Has she? I love that chick. Amazing.
I've got Khaled, like almost 50% of all comedians are now
Eurofunky.
Russell Peters had it. He admitted to. Not everyone would admit to it, but Russell Peters. Who else? Some other people.
Why won't people admit to it?
Stigma, I think.
In the real world, it's a burden.
Or they're undiagnosed and they just don't know they have it, but they definitely have it. But yeah.
Well, how old were you when you were diagnosed?
2 years ago.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. In the what Khaled and I are aware of, it's quite a large group. There's like 100 groups within the main group.
Yeah,
it's insane, the WhatsApp chat, and they're not all as brilliant and as entertaining as me and Khaled. I just have to. I'm sorry.
There's a spectrum, but I think me and Dave are quite similar. In fact, there's different types, isn't it? You get different types. Some people are very anxious and stuff, but and some people just gel and click. And I've got a little antenna, like a radar, and I can tell if someone's like similar.
Right?
Can you?
Part of your plan to go outing everybody now.
Yeah.
Dave and Khaled.
You call it a gay dart. There's gay darts, and then there's
ADHD
dart. But
ADHD.
I haven't because I've noticed in my Khaled, weirdly, you're an admin, aren't you? You're a moderator. Not weirdly. That's not weird that you're doing that.
Broken up just when you're meant to say something about.
Yeah, it's frozen.
Well, okay. I'll be behind your back. Khaled is actually more responsible than I am, and moderates, and he's very kind and very nice. And I keep upsetting people because I get really irritated and bored by some of the comments, and I can't help but say. And then I usually post a thing in a group and then fuck off, and then they're all banging on about it forever, and it stirs up a lot of shit. Khaled comes in.
You're the only one that's actually got attention deficit disorder.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
They're all scamming it.
Oh God. That's the twist, isn't it? He thinks he's infiltrating their group to report on them, and it's actually just him.
You're the only one. They're all they're
just having a normal chat.
Well, he wants to infiltrate, but he just gets bored of it and wanders off.
Yeah. Oh God, there's a lot of truth in it. I mean, there's some, but what I've learned, one of the good things, one of the things of being in the larger group is becoming aware of how many variations of it there are, and in particular,
splitters.
The what?
Splitters.
Splitters.
Yeah. Like the People's Front of Judea and the Judean People's Front.
Oh yes.
But Dave, I do recognise, because I see myself in people who have fallen off the edge, who basically have given up and are just fucked up, and it's like, and I can see that I could very easily fall off the edge and just like basically, I don't know, You know what I mean? You have people who are high functioning and just about surviving. Some people are doing very well and they've got coping strategies. I'm literally teetering on the edge. You know what I mean? A lot.
Oh, I mean, where does off the edge go to? What is off the edge?
Well, there's jail, or there is like on the street. You know what I mean? That type of thing. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I understand.
Anyways, it's a bit dark, but anyway.
No, no. I understand it from knowing you, and you know, you live your life pretty intensely. Crazy hours of work.
Genuinely thought you were going down the candle in the wind route there. Just saying. Live your life.
Yeah, like I mean, Khalid is very like Princess Diana. To be fair, as
my legs.
Yeah.
Always going on about mines.
Yeah, worried about people with AIDS. He touches people with AIDS all the time.
Thanks, rugby players.
Yeah.
Like a candle in the wind.
Yeah. Gosh, there is something about making that link of, oh yeah, my friend, just like Princess Diana, and then fill in the gaps, because there's so many extremities of what being like Princess Diana is.
Lots of ginger guy.
Yeah.
My friend was just like Princess Diana. He had short hair.
Yeah, or let's not explore it. Just
like ginger nuts.
Ginger nuts. Yeah.
Favorite biscuit.
Has anybody seen the musical? No.
No one's. Well, no one.
No, I mean, if it was the fucking real royals themselves, I still wouldn't watch it because obviously I'm Irish, but also.
I tell you what I did today, just for jokes. Watch the Prince Andrew interview again. It's so funny. It's so funny. It's just like cringe. It's like, and Emily Maitlis, and it's just like, oh my god, it's
that one.
It's so bad, it's good. You know what I mean? It's so funny.
I love the whole thing of this. You know, how he'd volunteered this. I don't get.
I think my life is bad. Then you watch that interview, you think everything is fucking fabulous. It's just like. It's just like, wow.
I'm assuming.
And
abused a minor, raped somebody. You know.
Yeah, but the kind of shit he said. If you see the words and his body language, it's like having sex is a positive act as a man. I was like, oh my god, did you actually? Are you listening to the words? Have you seen the interview?
Yeah, well, enough to know enough to watch it. Yeah.
No, but he's like. At one point, he's like saying having sex is a positive act as a man. It's a positive act. It's a positive affirmative act. It's like, oh my god, you're listening to yourself.
He's talking in like binary. He's got like a 1 and we've got 0. Is that what he means? Like a positive charge or a?
No, he's basically he doesn't know how he can't differentiate truth and falsehood, and he's like acting like a robot. It's like, okay, if I was innocent, then this is what I should be saying. You know, it's just like, you know. But you can do so many skits on that. Oh my god, there'll be so much. Yeah. Material there.
Just and the whole thing of them being in a Pizza Express or Wagamama's or something.
He's like, yes, I was at Pizza Express in Woking, and as anyone knows, me being a prince, I mean, going to Pizza Express, it's just like, oh my god!
If his lawyers cannot find somebody to have witnessed that, to have noticed that a prince came into their restaurant, they were working, imagine the toilet cleaner or whatever.
The damage, what is it? The damage is done. He's properly made a case for us and them and ivory towers and people basically, you know.
No, but I'm just talking about basics of law of evidence. They've not been able to present that alibi with evidence.
No, I mean, he might get off because at the end of the day, he's the Queen's son, and he's not going to go to court. I mean, he's not. He's just not. He's the Queen's son, so But the damage is done. You know what I mean? So,
what to the girl or to the
to the royal family, to him. I mean, he's guilty by association.
It's incredible that it isn't established fully that damage has been done.
Yeah.
I mean, how long? But they will. Yeah. I'm going to go to the look.
Yeah.
Get to sit down now.
Yeah, nice to see you. Hello. Oh, that's what you look like. Hello there. How are you? Yeah, so Prince Andrew, that's a hell of a thing to clear a room. Fair play to you.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
What else you got?
What's everybody doing tomorrow then? Anybody got anything exciting planned?
I'm doing a comedy show.
Are you?
A real one in person. I'm surprised it's still happening, but
you're performing.
Pardon?
You're performing.
I'm teching it.
Okay.
And I did the same. It's a mixed bill thing called the Comedy House Party, and I've been doing it for like 5 years. And it used to be a monthly show before the pandemic, and then it stopped, and we didn't take it online. And then in November we did the same show that I'm doing, the same venue I'm doing tomorrow. We did it in November. It's like it's effectively like a corporate. It's a fancy hotel out north of London in Cheshire, called Birch, and like basically it's like a boutique hotel with all kind of different rooms, and the guests there, part of what they're paying for is as well as the hotel is entertainment and activities. So they have like classes during the day and then like entertainment in the evening. So it's basically like rent a comedy night. So we're going in to provide them with the lols.
That's good. Who's on the bill?
Got Marcel Leconte and Sakisa and Joe Jacobs and one or two others, I think. Yeah, I think we might have. Oh, there was a headliner, but I think it was TBC. But anyway, yeah. So that's what I'll be doing this time tomorrow.
Exciting stuff.
Pardon?
Exciting stuff.
I'm sorry.
Well, yeah.
I don't know if anyone was hearing the rumbling of my piece.
No, that's why I used the other one just in case.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm really glad you provided us with the audio description, though. That's really good.
On my screen, Dave's screen is frozen, so I just got Cass sitting there.
I think they're doing that on purpose.
Really still.
He left the door open, he didn't.
Well, no, I've taken the door off. This is the thing I've realised.
Not the toilet door.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Dave, is your T-shirt okay?
Is it okay?
I'm glad you mentioned that now and not while Michelle was in the room, because she printed it for me.
Oh, okay. All right. Is it eyes? What is it?
Oh, fuck no. It is eyes.
It's eyes.
It is eyes.
Is that why you put it on for God?
Well, I put it on for Michelle being in the room, to appreciate it, because I'm never wearing it outside.
It is really cool, but it's also depending on your perspective of God. It's an interesting interpretation.
Well, yeah. I mean, so it's okay.
I don't think that's any worse than some of the shirts I've seen you.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah, this is top of the range compared to the shit he's normally wearing.
I know.
The jerkin.
Yeah.
It's really cool. What did you put to the fabric?
I'm just okay. I'm just responding to Dave's insults.
Oh, I'm sorry, but while you're doing that, Michelle, did you print the fabric?
She's gone.
Michelle's not here.
Not Michelle. I'm so sorry. You're
in the room. We're not talking about it while she's in the room.
Michelle was earlier with her husband.
Yeah. No, I know. I've just completely realised I've got it all wrong.
Yeah, that's all right. Oh, yeah. No, Kath didn't.
I didn't
do this. No.
Gotcha.
Well, I'd be quite impressed if I did.
Yeah, I mean, I I'm wearing it pretty proudly, quite proudly.
You didn't stand up for it though. You let Dave have a go at it.
But Dave had a go at it. Yeah, I didn't stand up for it, and I thought it was funny to respond to Dave slagging it
I wasn't
off.
really taking the piss. It's just on this. I like your
I gotta
picture's
go,
quite
guys.
blurry.
Anyway,
In fact,
I'll
like
see you.
couldn't see what was going on.
See you later.
See you, Khaled.
Bye.
So yeah, nice to meet you.
You too.
Yeah, yeah, whatever. I don't know what Dave's opinion really was. It sounded like a little bit of a dig.
Oh, and Dave, when I was chatting to Beck earlier, I don't know if I told you about the thing that I was building with her in 2020. It seems so long ago now. Like a kind of notification system so that people can sign up and say, I want to know when Beck Hill is playing in Glasgow, and then they get specific notifications, not just a generic, here's my tour, but they get told when there's something relevant to them. Then we're looking at ways we might keep that, because she's not really doing any more shows at the moment, but other people are. So we're looking at possibilities of rolling out to other comedians. And
Is
also,
it something you've designed and invented, created?
yeah, it's not finished, but there's two parts to it. One part is the process for punters to sign up, and the second part is to actually send them the notifications. So the first part we did in 2020, and it's live on Beck's website, and it's gathered 700 odd people that have gone in there and told it where places in the world that they want to know about. But anyway, the reason I mention it is because you and I had it was your idea that I tried to run with, which was for the Comedian Store, which is the website that lists what comedians are doing outside of comedy. And we were thinking about how it might, the concepts of both could actually merge together so that
Oh, I see. Yeah. So connecting to the artists and the updates of.
Yeah, and then because the directory is essentially, the Comedian Store directory is essentially a listing of things they've done, whereas the notifications is things that they're announcing. So as soon as they announce it, it then goes into the directory, if that makes sense.
It does.
And then it's there to see,
How does it do it? Is it AI? Does it go and scrape the internet for the information?
No, it would be relying on the acts themselves to put in the information.
Not quite a lot of people use Twitter, don't they? What does this give you over and above that?
The main feature is it's filtered. So you say, I don't want to know that Beck is doing a tour of Japan because I don't live in Japan. I just want to know when she's coming to Bristol.
So it gives you your localized information.
Yeah, and also and not only by geography, but also by the type of information. So you could say, I'm interested in Beck's books, but I'm not interested in knowing when she is on TV, which is an odd combination. But
yeah, I know what you're saying, though. I know what you're saying.
So it's more structured, essentially. So when these things are being announced, they're classified, and then that determines who gets notifications and who doesn't.
So you can do it early doors for people who subscribe to you and all that sort of stuff. But it's
they could do that. Yeah, if they want to use it as an exclusive thing. But yeah, the idea is, people, it stems from the idea of when you're coming to my town, and obviously people will sign up to your mailing list to find out, but having to wait through 10 emails over the year before finally one of them says, oh, I'm coming to Venezuela. You're like, oh, finally. Whereas if you just signed up for the thing that said, just tell me when you're coming, and then it does that for them. So it's that kind of, it's being more specific as opposed to just being generic.
Which
and then combining with this idea.
Like some of the apps and stuff I use for buying tickets, like D.I.C.K, people like that, will give you quite a lot of push notifications.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not interested in. So
tailoring it.
Yeah,
so it's a
being able
tailored.
to tailor exactly what you
Yeah,
get.
so DICE you can like specify the act, but I don't think you can specify the place or the venue.
Yeah.
And also, DICE is only interested in telling you about something if they can sell you a ticket to it. They're not interested in telling you about everything else.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's more a thing that the act would pay for a small subscription to use, and it might and the fee might be based on how much how many notifications they send or something like that. But then it's down to them to add in their information of when they are announcing shows, but also when they're announcing books or podcasts or TV appearances or magazine articles or anything that they do.
It'd have to be of a substantial productivity and entity to be, that anyone is going to tailor what they want to know about that act or show performance. So
yeah, it's definitely for fans. Yeah, to care that much. Yeah, I mean, but then yeah, the idea that came out today was and then once you've got all that stuff, it shouldn't just be a notification. It then becomes a page of a perhaps chronological list of those activities, so you can look back in time, and then that then feeds into the directory in general of what else has this comedian been doing outside of touring or outside of
and it feel more personalized to the recipient.
Yeah, you'd have an account on this. You'd have an account on the system, and you would go in and man it for each act. You would say what you're interested in knowing and what you're not interested in knowing. You can just say, "Tell me everything" if you want, but people in theory, people mostly just want to know when so and so is coming to their area. So it's based on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's all these different mechanisms towards targeting and the people who are interested or specifically what they're interested. I mean, I struggle with all of the things I've signed up for and forget. Anyway, that's a separate thing. Let me tell you, Dave. Remember, so Booked, that subscriber thing. So I've got 3 gigs at the minute.
I might leave you guys to it. Sorry, if that's cool.
It's all right, Amy.
Yeah, sorry, Amy.
No, it's cool. It was good to see you. And I'll talk to you again. You'll be doing this again to
see you again.
Do another fucking go at it? Or?
Oh, yeah. You'll be invited to everything forever.
Fair enough.
Don't know what it'll be. You can say no. You don't need to come. It's up to you. Yeah.
Nice to know I'm on the list.
Yeah.
Although I may well be enlisting Dave's help in the filtering of, what it is that I really giving information about. Anyway, have a good one, lads. Lovely to see you. Mind yourselves. Bye, darling. See ya.
Bye. So doing with the Colonel Fawcett in Camden venue, I've got 3 trials gonna do coming up, and Booked have essentially bought out the show so they can allocate the seats to their subscribers.
Cool.
And they're buying out. It's to cover my cost of paying the comedians. Essentially, it's like 300 quid for each of them, and they've fucking sold them out. They are like guaranteeing like 80. They want more, but they're bringing.
When are the shows?
Friday the 21st, Monday the 31st of January, and then Friday the 18th, I think, of February. And it's likely
presumably this is their subscribers that are based in London.
Who are the people who were subscribers?
Yeah, well, they're like what Dave said. They're people in London, so they're base. The company's is based in Birmingham, and so they were doing these things for Birmingham people. They've expanded to London, but they've got
kind of booked the Colonel Fawcett and they've booked.
No, they've made an agreement with me.
Yeah.
I've got the Colonel Fawcett. I've got the room.
Yeah.
And I will put on the show, and they provide. It turns out it wasn't guaranteed, but 80 audience members, just like that. And I mean, over a month, I'm going to get 250 audience members, and it's not that they are paying. The audience members are not paying me. They've paid booked, and booked have paid me a relatively minuscule amount to cover my costs.
Yeah.
But as an asset, it's great.
I was going to say, and if they go well, can you up your?
Yeah, I'll work on that. But what I was thinking with you, Dave, with your shows, musical comedy awards.
Mm-hmm.
I can link you in and provide you with audience through them, perhaps.
Okay.
That's the asset. You won't get full ticket price for the volume, for the numbers, but I have taken them on, and as I think as you've been involved with the online stuff that they did, where but they're really hungry for options for shows that they can put on their list, their menu.
Okay.
So if you send me information about your next shows with that, when, where, how many tickets you can make available for
So annoyingly, I think it wouldn't really work just because we're starting next Saturday, the 15th, but Ed and Tamara, who organise, who are the producers, they are quite COVID, not paranoid, but cautious. So whereas we might normally in the basement of the Phoenix have up to 120 people, they are strictly limiting the audience to 40 a show.
Okay, fine.
And
you need to sell those tickets rather than yeah.
About
volume.
I mean it'd be great, and I don't know if things change in March kind of thing.
Basically just keep it in mind, because it's
and also the shows are Saturday afternoons, which might not be the kind of time that's not a normal time for a comedy show. It's normally in the evening.
Sure.
Sounds interesting.
Oh no.
But Comedy House Party would be interested, to be honest. That's the thing that I'm doing a corporate one of tomorrow, but we're trying to get it going again at the Albany soon, I think.
What? Comedy House Party?
Yeah, so that's a mixed bill show that I've teched since about 2015 or something. That used to be monthly, and then in 2019, I think we were doing it every other month, and then pandemic came along and we stopped, and then we just picked it up again in November. We had a corporate booking for it, and then we're doing the same corporate booking tomorrow night.
Where are you doing that?
Those shows last time and tomorrow, they're both at this hotel called Birch, which is like a kind of boutique fancy hotel out in Cheshire, north of London, and it's like I guess it's kind of like a holiday camp in a sense, but it's posh. And
holiday camping.
all the rooms are different, and it's luxury, and you do classes in the daytime, and then there's like entertainment in the evening. So we're just, I'm imagining
people love that sort of thing, don't they? Just being told what to do all day.
Yeah, I think the agency are probably.
I need to know those people.
Yeah, that worked quite well with him. He's not going to give you those contacts if that's what they're doing. Trial would work probably. Well, it depends who the groups of people are, isn't it? If it's just like lots of randoms. No. Hang on, I've just realised that Dave's got a pair of rollerblades under his sofa.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't. I'm not great on them. I was all right for a bit, and then probably. Have you got some?
No.
Oh.
No, I haven't got any rollerblades.
Right.
Anyway, yeah. So that I do that show with an agency called It's Unknown or Agency Unknown.
Johnny Unknown. Is that Johnny
Yeah,
Unknown?
yeah, Johnny. Yeah.
I've never. Okay, I've written to him before. Not got a reply.
Oh, okay. Well, I can introduce you properly, but yeah, they do. I mean, they don't specialize in comedy particularly. This is just the one comedy thing that they've tried to do and make work, and it's worked to a degree over the years. We've had some nights that have been like 100+ audience, which has been great. Other nights only like 20 or 30. It just depends. But they also do gospel okie, and they do musical bingo.
Yeah.
And other ones as well. And they've also got he's also involved with running all the shows at Dabbers Bingo in the city. Yeah.
Is that still running? That place still happening?
I think it has reopened in recent months. Yeah.
I thought I'd seen something about it reopening.
Yeah, it's like it's a fixed venue of.
Yeah, they have loads of shit like that in the city, don't they? It's like the golf and stuff like that, and it's.
Yeah.
I mean, there's quite a bit of that right in the city now, like swingers and stuff like that, and the flight clubs.
Well, I think Dabbers Bingo is a particular venue.
Yeah, no, it is. There's a few of them like that are in fixed venues that are specifically just entertainment, so it's not just like there's loads of escape rooms and stuff in old office blocks and stuff like that now.
I think Dabbers has been there for ages, and then it got like bought or branded a few years ago, and that's when Johnny got brought in to kind of make it exciting. I've been to it once or twice, and I also did there was the Madness the band have been doing for the last 10 years like a big weekender festival every November at Butlins in Minehead. And they were doing it again in November just gone. And do you know Andy Davis, whose character is Quint Fontana?
Yes.
Yeah, so he does Karaoke Rumble. Yeah, so
he's in trial quite a few times.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so Seb is the normal tech guy for Karaoke Rumble, but I've done it on occasion when Seb's been busy. And so through Agency Unknown, they wanted to have Karaoke Rumble as an event at the Madness Weekender, because they were Agency Unknown were also doing some other shows there as well. So they basically kind of wanted to do it, and they got me to come and tech it. So had to go all the way down to bloody Minehead near Taunton in November.
They used to do ATP there
for the day, and they were like, "Can you get there at midday, because we got to sound check you, and then the actual show will be like 2 till 4, and then pack up and done by 5." And I could have gone down on the Friday. This was on the Saturday. I could have gone down on the Friday with some of the other people involved with the other shows and got a free lift. And then there was a chalet with a room and stuff. But I actually was like, I can't be asked to kind of spend the whole weekend there. I'll just do the day and come home again. So that meant I had to go up at the crack of dawn and get a train all the way down to Taunton, and then get this bus that took like 80 minutes from Taunton to Minehead. And I get there, and the DJ who'd been DJing for one of their events the previous night had unfortunately been seen by the security staff talking to someone and that someone later on was kicked out for dealing drugs. So it called into question our whole agency's presence there.
Oh.
And then, so I arrived, and to then just finding out about this, because they'd all just got up in the morning and found out that this had happened, and then someone high up already made a decision that Karaoke Rumble will be cancelled, but we were told we'll all still get paid. It was just that they weren't sure if they would want us to just all leave immediately or whether we could stay. And then Jerome, who works with Johnny, he had to like go and talk to the management about it, and then they were like, well, the show's cancelled because we've already notified all the punters on the app that it's cancelled now, but you can obviously hang out for the rest of the festival, that's fine.
It's bonkers that they went that far to cancel stuff that entertains people when it's one person, and surely the problem's in their security having a drug dealer on site.
Yeah, totally. So it was just someone got the wrong end of the stick, and someone like flew off the handle about it. Something to do with the actual people that own the Butlins have got a kind of zero tolerance thing on drugs. But anyway, whatever.
Oh, Billy Butlin.
Yeah. But it was just funny because I kind of trekked all the way down there and then had no show to do.
I went to quite a few.
Got paid for it.
ATP there.
What's ATP?
Sorry. Oh, tomorrow's parties.
Yeah, that's right.
They had like they went bankrupt a couple of times actually because the guy was a terrible business person. But they get like different people to curate a weekend. So I went to see. I think I went to the Mars Volta there. I went to. God, I can't remember who I went to. Maybe Neutral Milk Hotel, someone like that. Well, yeah, Jeff, what's his face from Neutral Milk Hotel? He was did one there, and
I mean it's a cool thing to do like a winter festival because like all there's chalets, they can accommodate like thousands of people, and
they did get into trouble having those, and they do those like 80s weekenders and stuff, don't they? I mean, they're not that bothered about selling people enormous amounts of alcohol. So there's always people who are absolutely shit-faced at anything like that, aren't there?
I went to one in Stockport. So don't know if that was Butlins or I don't know what the other one is.
Yeah, Pontins or something.
Yeah, and it was a rave weekend type thing, and oh my god, there was inevitably a lot of drugs around, but it was sort of safe.
Yeah,
because it's kind of contained, and I imagine, if the police were bothered, they could go and score loads of hits, but everybody was in the same. All of the drug takers were in one holiday camp, and they had facilities, and it's just like, oh well, at least we know where they are.
Yeah, but also Minehead, like specifically Minehead, it's a seaside town, so
I wouldn't have if I was guaranteed. I wouldn't know where to pin Minehead on the map.
It's
it's on the top of like the peninsula that goes down from Bristol and Bath, like
right. Oh god!
If you carry on down the coast, you get to Minehead from
I have
Bristol.
got a train there before, but mostly with like high.
That's the thing. So there is a train that goes to Minehead, but it only operates in the summer. So this is why I had to get a bus. Like I got the train to Taunton, and then from there I had to get this like 80-minute bus that cost £9. And you're like, where the hell am I?
There's a lot of distance in the southwest, from one place to another.
Well, the funny thing was Taunton to Minehead on the map was only about 15 miles or something, but the bus route like via X amount of other places, so it was such a long route around. Anyway, so I got my £300 in the end, but
for nothing. for
plus the
doing
expenses.
for doing nothing.
For doing nothing essentially, but I done all the prep work for it, and
Yeah. No,
I even had to go to like Ryman's and print out, use the printers there to print out little slips for people to write their karaoke songs on and all that stuff.
Well, you went to Ryman's. Oh my God, Dave, it's like flogging a man while he's down.
Well, I haven't got a printer anymore. Who has a printer these days?
No, I don't.
No.
Yeah. So it was just like, where can I find locally that I can just quickly get some slips printed out?
To be wasted, never to be used again.
Well, funny enough, I'll hang on to them, and then if they book me again for another one, I'll have them for that. But yeah. Anyway, so that's what I've been up to lately, and I had COVID last month.
How many times have you had it?
Just the once.
Oh, really? Okay. I thought you had it before.
No. Well, I did have a cold back in March 2020 that was quite bad, and it and I'd been working at shows at Vault Festival, and it did feel like, well, that could have been COVID, but there was no testing then, so there's no way to know. But
I know loads of people who think they had it early on and couldn't test.
Yeah, but what I had recently was obviously Omicron, and I didn't, like, I had a tickle in my throat on Wednesday. Thursday I did a lateral flow and it was negative. And I went out, so then I went out in the evening to a comedy show at the Soho Theatre, and then Friday I was the same. I just had I didn't feel ill or anything. Went out to another show at the Bill Murray, and then Saturday I tested myself again and it was negative. I was like, okay, well, it's not COVID, it's just a cold. And then Sunday I woke up and had like hot sweats and a bit of a fever, but then by the afternoon I was fine. Went to the cinema, and then I tested myself on Monday. I just thought I'll just do another test just in case, and then it came up positive. I was like, oh fuck.
So over those days, how many people do you reckon you spread it to?
I was only in like close contact with only about 8 or 9 people in total.
And those were all people that you were snogging?
No, but just hanging out with, like having a beer with or whatever. But as far as I know, not a single one actually got it. So like no one's told me that they tested positive as a result, and this was like a month ago. So I think, but the thing is, I was trying to work out like when I got it, because like all the people that I'd been in contact with before my tickle started in my throat, none of them had said that they were positive either. So it's a bit of a mystery. But then Omicron allegedly does just transmit super easily, so I could have got it on the tube, or I could have got it who knows where.
I know, from one of them.
Carl, my flatmate had it.
Yeah. Where is he anyway? Is he out?
Carl.
He's here. Yeah, he's here. I didn't get it. I mean, we are that distant within us.
I reckon 2 weeks ago it was 1 in 10 people in London.
I know.
It's so common. Yeah. It's so common now. Like loads of people I know were meant to be doing different stuff for Christmas, and then their kids tested positive with it. Didn't really have any symptoms.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to shoot off because I have
better things to do.
No, tomorrow I'm seeing a running personal trainer because I'm probably running the London Marathon.
You what? Shut up.
October.
Shut up. Why?
I would do it for the
charity, of course.
Yeah, the
charity.
The Headway. Me and my sister we haven't had proper confirmation yet, but we've spoken to the people and we're on the short list to run it for Headway. My mum volunteers for.
Right.
So it's to do with my dad had a head injury and stuff like that. But,
I gave you your jumper bag, didn't I?
Yeah.
Just.
It's all right. It's only a jumper. So I've got booked in a couple of months ago to have like some sessions with like a personal trainer who specialises in running. And I've got my first one tomorrow, and I'm already like, I'm fucking done. And I run like 3 miles most days. I'm fucking slow, and I think he's going to be brutal. He's going to be like, you're running like an absolute moron. Your feet are splayed, your knees are knocked.
Great. I mean, what a day you have had.
I know, it's a good reason to go home, isn't it? Well, I've got to go and see someone. They're going to make me run round fucking Market Road Park, Kelly.
Yeah, no, I'm not jealous of you.
No, be good though.
But well done,
And
well done.
You can come and it's not until October.
Yeah, good.
So you've got loads of time to design your banners,
Sponsor.
Yeah.
Come up with a I will sponsor
Come up
you.
with a song to shout.
Have you done a marathon before?
No, I've done half marathons.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So I'm not like totally.
You're not totally shit.
Inexperienced,
Yeah.
but I am shitting myself already. I've got what?
I respect.
9 months.
And also
9 months to train for it.
I think I'm never going to do a marathon. I've made a point.
No, I never thought I would do. But having done half marathons and wanted to cry by the end of them, I am a bit like, I'm not sure I should do this.
Do it, yes.
But then
yes.
that's the point in it. You do something that's
apparently
a bit
stupid.
above and beyond.
Yeah. Well, good. Go and
It's nice to see you, Dave. Both Daves.
Yes.
You too.
Kath and the Daves.
Take it easy.
See you, Kath.
Yeah.
Oh God, marathon runners, aren't they tedious and boring?
Do-gooders.
Fuck that. Jeez.
Hi, Mr. Devil. I've got a problem. I want to do the marathon.
Don't. Don't. Just don't. There's no need. What is it that you would
The cheeky devil would be like, they say that going for a run is like, having sex is like a 1 mile run, so just have sex 26 times, you know.
Yeah, but the key thing, people only do the marathon so they can remove some guilt and contribute some money, and it's not even their own money. They'll do the thing, and they're persuading other people to give money for them to do the thing. I mean,
and they're only allowed to do it because they're doing it for charity. Like they wouldn't qualify otherwise.
Exactly. It's like no one gives a shit. Really, no one gives a shit. Even when you do a sponsored parachute jump, it's like, that sounds like fun. I'm going to pay for it.
Yeah.
Fuck that. No, go and do something hard like a marathon and hurt yourself. Instead, why don't you do a sponsored slash your wrists, a sponsored tattoo, and you tattoo yourself. I don't know how to tattoo myself. Good, even better. Then I would I would sponsor you to tattoo "I'm a cunt" on your forehead. I'll give you loads of money.
Well, it does cost money to get a tattoo, so you're just paying
but
for
if you're
the
doing it
tattoo.
yourself. That's the thing. That's what I would advise as a devil, is like, get a tattoo kit, borrow one, don't pay for it, and then sell the tattoo that you're going to do on yourself and feel better about yourself. It'll only take you a couple of hours to fuck your skin up. And you won't need to run a marathon. Easy. Yeah, I think I'd be much better at being a devil than the god role. Well, it was interesting tonight. The first time trying to do a sort of workshop, like a workshop.
What did you do the last time when I couldn't make it?
Oh, it just ended up being a chat with ideas, various group member ideas. We didn't do anything about Devil May Cry. We did.
Right. You should probably stop the recording now as well.
Oh God. Yeah. Why not? Well, I mean, this is all valuable stuff still.
It's going out on YouTube.